Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the niche perfume house of Nabeel. House of Nabeel is one of the Middle Eastern perfume houses from United Arab Emirates. They've been around for, I think, around 40-50 years. They are one of the best perfume houses from the Middle East. Certainly they are one of my favorites out of the Middle East. There are so many other big names from the Middle East, but this one is very close to my heart. I love them because they are quite bold and they are very, their perfumes are very strong and artistic, and they don't copy. I mean, some of their fragrances are inspired by other fragrances, but usually they don't copy other perfume brands or perfume names. So this one in particular is called Nabeel Mukhallat what was it? Khayali or Mukhallat Khatari, or sorry, the box is a bit in a bad state. Mukhallat Khatari, sorry. So this one is Mukhallat Khatari, so let's put it this way. It's EDT, is 100 ml. This one is quite hard to find. Used to be available everywhere, but I'm not sure what's going on. The only place at the moment you can buy it is their own website, Nabeel, which is United Arab Emirates base. I'm not sure if they ship globally. You have to go and check them out if you are interested. So this one retails I think for $60, but I paid less than that for it, less than half the price, because the box is not in a good shape, and I bought it on eBay from a seller who basically was selling it because he was downsizing his collection or something like that. So this one is I'm not sure what year it came out. It must have been a few years ago, because I've seen it around for a very long time, at least about 10 years or so. So let's see how it goes with the unboxing. The box itself is in a bad shape, but it doesn't matter. The main thing is the juice inside. So before I do the unboxing, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. And this one, nobody else, not even Fragrantica, nowhere to be seen. Nobody else is mentioning them, and they're on the radar, under the limelight. They don't get the mention, they don't get the publicity because they don't have big names. But it's a shame, because some of these companies makes massive, huge, beautiful hidden gem perfumes, and I try to bring them to your attention. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your shares, thank you for your comments, thank you for your subscription, which is free, by the way. All these things will help me to keep afloat, to keep coming back, to survive this endeavor, which is very expensive, and to challenge the infamous YouTube algorithm, which is getting worse and worse. Big players getting bigger and richer, and small players getting smaller and poorer, and they're getting pushed out. I would be much appreciated if you could help me with your movement of a finger. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you very much for love and support. Let's go. So as you see, the box itself is quite nice, but it is destroyed. It's a very bad shape, but it doesn't matter. It says Mukhallat Khatari. So it could mean two things. Either means Mukhallat in Arabic means mix. So it could be a mix of danger, mix of emotions, mix of memories, one of these three. So let's say it says mix of memories or mix of emotions. Mix of emotions, or Mukhallat Khatari, is EDT. This one is 90% alcohol with 10% basically oil. Let's see how it goes. And so the bottle itself is quite simple. This line, it was, when it was introduced, it was quite on the simple side. And let's see, yeah, the bottle is, it's got this traditional Arabic, Middle Eastern oud burner shape. Some of their oud burners shaped like this, so they are making a similar shape. It's quite a heavy bottle. The cap itself is plastic. It doesn't have that much weight. It's a little bit of weight to it. The atomizer is modern and silver, and got this sticker in the bottom. And here we go. Good atomizer. It's not pressurized, but it's very good. Alright, so how is the first impression, first sniff for this beautiful, whoa, what a smell. Oh my god, it's so strong. This is like 10% oil. It smells like 30-40% oil to it. Anyway, here we go. First impression. Goodness me, whoo. It's very, very strong. So first thing hits me is the rose. Massive rose in here. The rose in here is on the variety of fresh rose, which is interesting because behind the rose there are so many big hitters, but the rose itself is quite a fresh rose, and it is a little bit lemony, it is a little bit bright, it is a little bit peppery, it is a little bit sparkly, and it's like a green variety or white variety or pink variety of rose, not a red rose, which is very interesting because I was expecting, when it says Mukhallat, usually they have rose-oud in here. There is an oud in here, but the oud is very, very clean. Yeah, it's a very clean oud, very westernized or palatable, you know, universally palated oud. So it's very clean oud. It's like more like woods than oud. I'm smelling something like cedar sandalwood combination, maybe even gaiac wood in here. So it's very, very warm in the base, but in the same time the rose is a very, very dominant, so super dominant rose, and also fresh variety of rose, very, very green, very little bit of earthiness to it. Yes, very spicy in the same time. The spiciness is coming from a big cumin in here, so you need to like your cumin to enjoy this. This is a huge cumin in here. I love cumin. Anything with cumin in it, I just completely gravitate towards it. One of the reasons I got it because I saw the note of cumin in here, so it's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful cumin, well done, very smooth, very rounded. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Wow, I wasn't expecting it to be this good. Alright, so let's see what they say in terms of notes breakdown. So the notes breakdown, on top we have saffron, jasmine and lemon. Yeah, spiciness is massive in here. So saffron, yes, but I'm getting a huge cumin, which is there anyway. So saffron, cumin in here, giving a very warm base and also a very spicy base. The spiciness of it is not too overpowering to take over the rose. The rose is still shining on top, and it is the big player and also the dominant player, but it sits behind the rose. Jasmine in here is mainly a supportive role. Wow, what a gorgeous fragrance. Yeah, it sits behind the rose and it's giving it that smooth ride, like a smooth white floral rather than a big player. There's ylang ylang, more rose, nutmeg and cumin in the mid. So the ylang ylang again, giving a hint of tropicalness, hint of yellow flower, hint of banana, but not too much. Same as the jasmine is a supportive role in here. Rose is massive. So we have Damascus rose, and also we got rose. So we got a variety of rose in here. The Damascus rose in here is gorgeous. It's to die for. It's beautiful. It's very fresh. It's very bright. It's very happy. It's very, very shiny and also sparkly. It's very, at the same time, it's effervescent. It's gorgeous rose in here. So the rose in here is not jammy at all. It's a fresh variety of rose, okay? The nutmeg and the cumin and the saffron giving it that big smell of spiciness, and the nutmeg in here giving a little bit of that yeah, a little bit of, ooh, more than a little bit, it's huge. The nutmeg in here is quite big and it's giving it big nutty aspect. So in the base we have patchouli, woods, sandalwood, musk and amber. The amber in here is a variety of effervescent amber. So it's effervescent, it's fresh, it's bright, is see-through, is transparent amber. The musk in here is quite apparent, big musk, and the musk is adding to the freshness of the rose in here. It sits behind the rose and makes it very fresh, but in the same time it is very clean. Overall this fragrance is quite clean. I would classify this fragrance as semi-fresh to semi-dark, and also I'll classify as oriental aromatic floral woody. Oriental aromatic floral woody is very aromatic. It's very green in the same time. I'm smelling at least lavender, if not if violet leaf in here. So it's a big violet leaf and lavender in here, which they're not mentioning, and makes it very aromatic. I'm smelling some green notes in here, maybe like herbal notes, again which they're not mentioning. It's very herbal, and it's green and it's grassy in the same time. So that fresh rose plus those green grassy aspect of this fragrance, making it even fresher and brighter and happier. What else? The patchouli in here giving it that complexity and earthiness, but the patchouli in here is a fresh variety rather than a earthy variety. Precious woods, yes, I'm smelling oud, definitely oud, but obviously this is synthetic oud rather than the real oud or the genuine oud or natural oud, because natural oud, 1 gram of it will cost you about £200-300. So in here we're having that synthetic or a chord of notes in here to give in the impression of oud, but it is very noticeable. It's very oudy. So the oud in here, again, clean variety of oud, is not barnyard, is not animalic, is not funky or anything like that. Very clean, but giving it that warmth in the base, plus the woodiness, plus that quite resin feel, and also it's quite camphorous in the same time. Very camphorous. It's very green and herbal feel to it as well. But what a gorgeous fragrance. Wow, beautiful. This is up my alley. I absolutely love perfumes like this. Gorgeous fragrance, very spicy, very earthy, not very earthy, green, grassy, camphorous, leafy, herbal, but the rose is still on top and it's shining hugely. So it's a very big rose in here. So you need to like your rose. There is no escape from the rose. From the get-go it was a huge player and it still keep going. So this is rose and more rose. Everything else is behind the rose to support the rose to shine on top, and it becomes a beautiful, gorgeous, shining armor of the rose in here, which is gorgeous. It's to die for. Wow, I give it 10 out of 10 for that opening. Beautiful. Imagine, House of Nabeel, they making something very affordable for such a good quality. It smells like £200-300 plus perfume. That's absolutely amazing. Even though they didn't put that much oil in it, but the quality of oil is so good that it smells beautiful. It smells gorgeous, it smells full body, it smells deep, dense, thick, and it smells very strong. At the moment it's feeling room, feeling the house, feeling everything. Okay, so if you like it super rosy, yes, this is a fresh variety of rose. Okay, so it is on top and is almost goes to the rose water smell, or rose water plus rose drink, or rose pudding, rose sweet, something like that, in that vein. Overall it's got some sweetness to it, which is more than moderate, but it's not a huge player. The sweetness in here from 0 to 10 being the sweetest is around 6 to 7, so it is sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It goes very well with everything else in here. It's superbly done. Gorgeous fragrance overall, and that brightness mainly coming from those sparkly and also green aspect, camphorous, pepperiness, and also the spices behind it. The spices are very deep and dense, but in the same time very effervescent. The amber in here is gorgeous, very very effervescent amber, and it's very very woody in the base. It's super woody, it's warm, it's gooey, sticky, it's aromatic, which is mainly coming from those green aspects, plus some I'm smelling some big aromatics like lavender and violet leaf in here. Gorgeous fragrance, very complex, very layered, very multifaceted, absolutely amazing. I'm superbly surprised how good this one is. Because of the price point, I thought it's going to be good, but not this good. It smells very very expensive and high end. Okay guys, so for first impression, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. Who is it for? Definitely mature nose. I would say at least 25 years older and to be on the safe side, if not even 30 years older. In terms of gender, bang in the middle, unisex, anybody can wear it. It is targeted unisex and it is correct. Most perfumes don't have gender anyway. It's just basically you are conditioned to think perfume smells, fragrances have gender, which is not true. So don't fall for the marketing. If you like a perfume, wear it. If you don't like a perfume, don't wear it. As simple as that. This one is bang in the middle, unisex, anybody can wear it. In terms of season, this is all year rounder because it's got some freshness to it. You can use it in summer because it got the depth and complexity to it. You can use it in winter, no problem at all. And in terms of occasion, this is super opulent, so very very beautiful, very gorgeous, very sexy, very sensual in the same time. So it's good for going out, evening, special occasion, close encounter, special ceremonies like wedding, like anything in that vein, or going out or going to clubbing. Beautiful perfume. Okay guys, overall I give it 10 out of 10 of that beautiful opening. Absolutely gorgeous, no harshness, no chemical, no sharpness, no syntheticness. It's just beautiful to the smell of the beautiful very full-bodied perfume, which is very very surprising, especially for Eau de Toilette. It smells like Eau de Perfume easy, if not extra. The perfume is so dense and strong in here. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you have anything else from the house of Nabeel, let us know your experience, what you think of their quality, ratio for what you pay, what you get, longevity and things like that. That would be very very useful for others to read. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes, please don't forget, I'll leave them in the link. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker, so they are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that gives them the huge personality. They are very big, bold, and very artistic and unique, and they are super super strong. They are like time capsule. They take you to different places, different time, and they are super beautiful, if I say myself. Also, there are so many other reviews reviewed my perfumes. If you are interested, you can go and check them out as well. As always, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to hit those buttons, and see you later. Bye bye bye.